Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up bobos. They don't see they on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
Peoples, man, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes on your way in. You know I'm always here for you lot, man, daily, all the Man United news. Know what I'm saying? Anything else that comes out as well, any bomber, you lot see it here first. Look at that. We got the boy Bergvall out, Ornstein bomber. Bergvall's out for a little bit, safe. And we're playing them in about, what, 3 weeks or something? When do we play these lot again? Let me see. When do we play Tottenham? I'm sure we play them very, very soonish. Bergvall. Didn't Bergvall miss the final as well? Bergvall, Madison. Is it Kulusevski as well? They had a few men that missed the final and we still lost to them. This might be the first time we played them in ages that we ain't even got Amrin. Safe. 4 times we lost to them, or 3 times, whatever it was. Yeah, we're playing them in 2 weeks. 7th of February. Look at that. It's the 25th on Sunday, and then bam, Fulham, protest, and then we got Tottenham. So we're playing them real soonish. My man just got the injury. Peak, Bergvall. Madness. So look at that. That's an Ornstein bomb as well. And you got the boy Ben Jacobs as well. He's talking about Palace are talking to Strand Larsen. Strand Larsen is valued at 40 million, is viewed as a possible replacement for Mateta. Obviously, Mateta might go to Italy, or he might end up going to Aston Villa. So it is what it is. Let's get into the United news anyway. I thought I'll just show you what's happened. You know, any bombers that come true, man, show you on the spot anyways. But that's crazy. Crazy. So yeah, my peoples, man. A bit to talk about, a few things going on, etc. Smash the likes on your way in, man. Let's get into it, man. Obviously, I'm going to get into the main news. Let me go here quickly so we can see exactly what's going on. Look, I'm going to show you the main news of the day, of the morning anyway, because you know man's going to be on a few times. But cool, so we've had this now. Look at this now. So yesterday, this came out, but I didn't even report on it because I didn't even think it was a good source like that. I saw it. It's a Tottenham. This is a Tottenham Hotspur page. So they're not even, it's nothing to do with us. So Tottenham Hotspur page, they put this yesterday, and I'm going to show you something that just came out today. And it basically says Tottenham and Man United have Borussia Dortmund's Felix Nmecha on their radar. The Bundesliga side are unlikely to let the player leave for less than 60 million in January. So that's what's come out yesterday. And it's talking about Tottenham and us are both looking at him, even though they just got Gallagher, remember that, you know. So I'm like, do they even need a midfielder? They got loads. They got a ton of midfielders, and they got injuries as well. But cool. So that came out yesterday. And then today, as you can see, I'm going to get into it. Sky Germany, which is where Borussia Dortmund obviously is, has came out and said this. Felix Nmecha's strong performance this season have attracted interest from the Premier League, who recently changed his agency, is now a key player. Chelsea and Man United, among others, have expressed interest in the 25-year-old. So they came out yesterday, us and Tottenham, from Baud. Baud is in Germany as well. And then now it's come out from Sky Germany, us and Chelsea, among others. Others could be Tottenham, but they just don't probably rate them. So they're just saying us. Do you know what I'm trying to say? They maybe not even mentioning Chelsea like that. You understand? I just sponged my hair. My hair's all over the place. Like spiky that. Just sponged it. Crazy. But it is what it is. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with this Keezer, man, but I don't really like what's going on. And when you look, you see that we've been linked with him for a minute. Since March. Look at that. March 2025. And it said Sky Germany, Man United are closely monitoring Felix Nmecha. Wilcox knew him from when he was at the Man City Academy. Dortmund do not want him to leave and will demand more than 50 million. Bro, I'm tired of this stuff. I'm tired of all this Wilcox. He knew him from the City Academy. He's trying to bring... Let's drop all that out. I think we need to stop that. Because we saw the same thing with the lap. Wilcox wanted the lap. That was our main striker. That's who we wanted. We wanted Liam Delap to be our main striker. Have you not seen what the Chelsea fans are saying about Delap? Have you not seen Delap this season? How terrible he's been. Literally, he's been more of a wrestler than a football player. Like even yesterday, they played some Greek guys, like a Greek team, the third best team in Greece, and he struggled. Let me type in his name so you lot can see yourself. Chelsea fans are having a field day, like cussing him out. Look, Liam Delap. Let me type it in. Watch this. What's going to come up? It should come up. Yeah, they're not rating him whatsoever. Delap is a genuine problem. Blah blah blah. We need new wingers. Here's the twist. Delap is good at nothing. He can't score. They're onto him. And this is not even yesterday's stuff. This is just in general. They don't rate him at all. And this was going to be our first striker because, why? Jason Wilcox knew him from City's academy. Same thing. So Jason Wilcox is just, we're doing that basically this to look at this. Delap is probably the worst striker we have at the club at a long time. It's a massive downgrade. Delap in the front, what is your expectation? So obviously my man said something. I still don't know why we didn't put 3 or 4 goals against the Greek gods. This is what my man wanted, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? This is what we wanted. So they're dissing him. Delap everywhere. Look at their team yesterday against the Greek. Third best team in Greece. This is what they're dealing with. And this is who Jason Wilcox was trying to bring us because he saw him a few times at the City Academy. And now he's trying to do the same thing with Nmecha, bro. Let's drop this out. Look, enjoy MMA. Fight at Delap. Liam Delap has only scored 3 goals this season, but they're going to call Sesko a flop and all these guys. Come on, man. It's crazy, bro. They're dissing him. Nobody rates him. And then now we're linked with this Nmecha guy. Let me go to Nmecha and show you lot Nmecha. Obviously, he's had a few injury problems himself. I've never really known him. I've never really known Nmecha. I've watched him about twice. Like I just showed you, that we're linked with him for March. And that was it. I watched him like twice. And it's just like, you know, when you're just like flicking through and I'll see, oh, that's him there. So I wouldn't pay attention. I've never watched him for 90 minutes. But he's obviously, his contract runs out in 2028. They won about £50 million. He's 25 years old. He's okay. 60% of his aerial duels, blah, blah, blah. But bro, come on, man. This guy, I just know him to be injured a lot. That's the last thing I saw about him. But cool, he's been playing the 9th of January, and then he didn't play from the 9th of January till the 19th of December. So was he injured again? Was he injured again for about 20 days then? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, this is what I'm saying about him. Then when did he not play after that? So yeah, his ratings are okay. He's in the greens a bit. Obviously, he played against Tottenham 64 minutes and got hooked. Bro, it's just average though. This is nothing special. No one ain't sitting there and linking us to Nmecha. We haven't been linked with someone like Nmecha. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, no one ain't talking about him and saying, yeah, he's a baller or whatever. Like, no one ain't saying nothing like that. So I don't know why we're sitting here and Jason Wilcox is not just... Obviously, you can see we got our Anderson's believers and whatnot, but we shouldn't be getting linked with this guy. I'll be real, man. So he was missing from the 19th of... From the January the 19th all the way... December the 19th. So let's just see if he was injured or something. Because this guy's got a lot of injury problems. So this is the situation with him. Pascal Gross was still there them times. I don't know about this shoot, man. I don't know. But like I said, we're linked with him. We've been linked with him for a minute. Jason Wilcox likes him because he was at the City Academy with him. So this is who we're linked with now. And this is literally just a lazy one. I don't know if there's any truth to it or not. But it's come out from 2 different sources in Germany within the space of 2 days. Literally 2 different sources in the space of 2 days. And I'm going to show you some more stuff about Laurie Whitwell's come out and said some stuff about Man United, of course. So I'm gonna show you all of that. Don't worry. Casemiro, there's bare news to talk about. But this is who we're linked with. Tottenham came out yesterday, Tottenham aggregate page, and said that Baud, who is one of the good sources in Germany, they came out yesterday and said that Man United are looking at Nmecha with Tottenham. And then today, there's been reports that, what's that about Cole Palmer as well? Will Palmer willing to join Man United? Should I change my thumbnail? Should I change my thumbnail right now? What's this about on Sky Sports? Palmer's willing to join Man United. What's going on here? What's going on? I know we saw what we saw yesterday, that he's willing to move and whatnot. He's not happy in Manchester. Sorry, he's not happy in London or whatnot. But what's this now? Palmer's willing to join Man United. Like, what? Is that just them guessing? Is there some news that we're missing out? Should I have a look at that one there? What's going on? So definitely a weird one. We're definitely going to have to see what's going on with that. But that's what the Chelsea fans have put up anyway. Like, what's this I've just watched? Palmer's willing to join Man United. I don't know if it's clickbait or not, but we'll revisit it and see what's going on. We'll revisit in a bit. But let me show you the Nmecha stuff anyway. Let's stay on the topic for now, and then we'll revisit it. Don't worry. Yeah, so Nmecha, boom. This is the situation then. So like I said, yesterday, this is Bald, 21st of January. That's what they've said. Bald is good for German news. And then today, as you can see, bam, Sky Germany's come out and spoke about it. So, boy, something's going on. I don't know. Why is it just ringing in Germany? The club, and that's where obviously Dortmund is. So that's where you will get your first news. You will get your first news in Germany because obviously that's where the club is. And then it might come over here. We've had the talks about Loftus-Cheek and Ndidi's and all these guys. A lot of people don't think they're true. I think Fabrizio shut it down and said, no way we're going for my man. It's not going to happen. So I don't know what's going to happen, but this is what's come out from Sky Germany literally 1 hour ago. That Nmecha is the guy that we're looking at. He's had some strong performances this season. He's 25 years old. But as you can see, 60 million, which is 52 million pounds. So maybe it could be a thing where we get a believer and a Nmecha. Because there's a lot of talks about two midfielders. There's Stiller, there's Nmecha, there's who else was like this? João Gomez, Ederson, Belieber, of course, Anderson. Anderson might be going City. And as you can see, we've been linked with this geezer for nearly over a year. And it's because of Jason Wilcox, bro. Because he knows him from Man City Academy. The same thing as Liam Delap. He's just like, yo, let's have a look at this guy. Remember, he's the guy that makes our decisions. So this is what we're dealing with, man. I think that needs to stop. We need to drop that out, man. We need to just keep it the way it is. Keep it P. Yo, this geezer's, we're looking at who we're looking at. Forget people that you know from the ex-academy, bro. Liam Delap has scored 3 goals in the whole season. And he's been getting yellow cards every single game. He's MMA'd off. Yeah, let's drop it out, family, please. So that's the situation with Nmecha, man. I thought I'll just start off with that and let you lot know the bomb with him. The situation. Because obviously we're getting linked with him. I've never seen him play. You lot might know more than me. I've never watched him play. I don't know if this guy's good, bad, what. I've watched him do a little swivel. I've never really paid attention to him for too long where I understand him and if he's good or not. And like I said, he's meant to be injury prone. He's meant to be injury prone. That's one thing I heard in March when we were linked with him there. But bro, I can't see anything that excites me. Yeah, he's in the greens a bit, but the Bundesliga, we've been pumping them. Do you know what I'm saying? They just got moved to by Tottenham, who are 14th. Do you know what I'm gonna say? Like, it's not impressive over there, bro. So it is where it is. We'll see what happens. We'll see what comes from this, of course. But yeah. That's the situation with Nmecha. So we'll see. Let me get into the more news. Like I said, there's so much to talk about. Laurie Whitwell's just come out and spoke about a few things as well. I'm going to show you some more stuff as well that came out last night. You might have missed it. And then we'll get into everything. Obviously, we know what going with Toby Collier. He's moving to Hull City. You know what I'm saying? He came back on loan from West Brom because he picked up a knock. And we just said, you know what? Let's just bring him back. And then we'll get him a move somewhere that is more, I don't know. Hull City's probably doing a little bit better than West Brom. They must be, because it wouldn't make any sense for us to get Toby Collier to come back and then give him a whole different place. So let's have a look at that and see. Hull City. Where's Hull City? Hull City. Yeah, Hull City's 4th in the Championship. Hull City's 4th in the Championship and West Brom is 19th. So we've got him a little bigger move where he can play a bit more games, maybe get them a playoff, maybe get them in the Prem. If he gets them in the Prem and helps them, they might even buy him. They might say, yeah, you know what? We'll just pay everything for him. You know what I'm saying? We might get a sell there. So that's a good move, to be honest with you. That's a good move. So big up Toby Collier, man. Obviously, Amaz has gone as well. I think Amaz has gone. I can't remember where Amaz has gone. Norwich. Amaz has gone to Norwich. We had this stuff about Ederson yesterday. Obviously, Matteo Moretto, he works with Fabrizio Romano. Do you understand? He's so reliable. He's basically Fabrizio Romano. They work together. They put things out together. But Matteo Moretto puts things out in Italy. And he puts it out in Italian. Fabrizio puts it out in English. That's the difference. And he's saying, listen, Atletico Madrid are bang on for Edison. They're going to try and speak to his agent to get a move for Edison. Remember, we've been linked to Edison for ages. We've been scouting him for years. As you can see, like, look at that. United's interest in Edison is old and almost agreed a deal in June 2025. When we bought Ugarte, we nearly got him. Do you know what I'm trying to say? United had personal terms agreed with Edison. Man United is the probable destination. This is what they were saying about him. This is how close he was to coming to Man United. 26 million on November the 28th. That's how recent it's been. Do you know what I'm saying? Two months ago, literally, look, the 28th of November. Man United are a contender to sign Edison. So he was one of our targets for the midfield role. To get Edison in, Europa League champion, boss Liverpool in the final, and then go get like a Belieber or something, or Anderson, that would have been a good sweep, man. But it looks like Atletico Madrid have beat us to that one. And look at all their targets. It's them three. Kang and Lee, João Gomez, or Edison. And that's Mateo Moretto, who is basically Fabrizio Romano. So, yeah, that's a blow. Rashi, Marcus Rashford, they're looking at him as one of the best signings in La Liga this season. He's got his assists to his game. He's got the goals. He's doing everything. And they're ready to buy him, but they're trying to drop the price to about 15 million pounds, 16 million. We've already done you a bundle, bro. We've said, yo, we'll give you Marcus Rashford for 30 million euros. That's 24 million in pounds, 25, 26. They're still moving broke and still acting up. No, we need to drop it down a bit more, but they're happy with him and they're planning a permanent move in the summer. So what's going to happen then? I think we should play a game with them because Ruben Amorim's gone. Let Rashford come back at the end and then just say, yeah, we're happy with you to stay. Then they have to pay the money that we want them to pay, or they go and get someone else. But if we just because he's on 300k, if we just give in and say, you know what, here, then it's going to be mad. Because remember, we've saved so much money from him, paying him every week, paying Sancho every week. All these guys, sending them on loan and getting their wages dealt with, it's wonderful. Because we've saved so much money. Hopefully it goes to the transfers, etc. But it's obviously going to go to something, which is benefiting the club. So that's the situation with Rashford, man. They're happy with him over there. We'll see what happens. Carrick, he had an opportunity to go to Monaco. This is where this big meeting was meant to take place if they want to back him, etc. And he said he couldn't justify traveling to the south of France when he had important work to do on the training pitch. He said, bro, I just want to get results in. He understands what's going on. He's seen the media going crazy already. The Manchester United DNA is back. This is the DNA, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's going crazy. He understands. And this is why he beat Solskjaer in the interview. Because Solskjaer went there saying crazy stuff. Solskjaer went there saying, I want something in my contract. If I get top 4, I can keep the job. And bro, he just went there and said, I don't care about all that. Let me just do my 4 months. I can keep the job by proving to them and the fans that I'm the man. He's played one game, coached one game. I said played, coached one game, and there's people already talking about he should keep the job. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's crazy. And obviously, it was one of our best performances in a long time. We've got Arsenal this weekend. We do the same thing, and we give the same intensity, and we go mad for the next 16 games. I'm sure he'll definitely be in the running, and he'll have an argument. He'll be able to knock on the door and say, yo, what are you lot saying? I can get this job. You know what I'm trying to say? So, and everything he's doing, the PR that's coming out for him is looking good. He's told bosses he would be adopting a different approach to training and match preparation. So he's saying, I don't want to come and chat to you about some EDET meeting. Just let me know. If you're going to get a midfielder, this is who I would want. If you can get him on loan, if you can't, no problem. But I want to train. I want to coach. All these 100 interviews Ruben was doing and Monaco, he's not on all that. That he was invested in quality more than quantity. How talking to each other and being honest, however brutal this might be at times, was just valuable as having the ball to their feet at the training. Club sources insist Ratcliffe was impressed with the calm and intelligent demeanor of his new interim manager. So he's winning them over slowly. Obviously, it's only one game, but bro, he's not doing this. He's not running around and just doing stupidness for no reason, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? So big up the boy Carrick, man. Hopefully, long may continue. The Man United DNA, the attacking football, the intense. We need to keep it up. Sunday, Arsenal. I really hate Arsenal, so I want the dub so bad. We need to get that dub there. That's just some more news from Mateo Moretto on Edison, which I more or less told you already. Carrick has made a point of speaking to individuals whose future seemed uncertain. So Kobe Mainoo, Dorgu, Joshua Xerxes have all been told to focus on United and the immediate future. So he's just telling them, bro, you lot are good. Don't worry about that. You're going to play, etc. Just focus on your games. Stop worrying about your future. Like, you're good. Ahead of home games, United will now arrive at Old Trafford later than they did when Erik ten Hag and Ruben Amorim were in charge. Carrick wants his squad to get the best greeting possible and engage with supporters after matches as well. He also wants his players to spend less time hanging around before kickoff. So what was happening before is we used to get to Old Trafford 4 hours before kickoff. Every game we're there 4 hours before. And when you're there 4 hours before, obviously not that much people can even salute you, because who's really getting there 4 hours before? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they only open the doors more or less like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half maybe before the game opens. So you've got people lining up outside for time after it as well. And it's going to have them bored when they're in Old Trafford for 4 hours. So it's like, bro, just get here probably, I don't know, 3 hours, do what you need to do, and then you got to go out there 2 hours and then train and whatnot. You got what I'm trying to say? So yeah, he's trying to switch it up and just have them just bang to the money, man. Just get to the point, bam, bam, bam. All this long thing is the myth. That's all he's trying to do. Engage with people before and after the games as well. I want everyone engaging with him. I think Ruben was trying to do something like that as well. You know what I'm trying to say? So we'll see, man. But big up Carrick, man. He's doing all the right things. This is another source about Edison in English now. And this is the Atletico Madrid one. It's just saying the same thing. Just shutting it down. And this is obviously Stephen Ralston. He's reliable. And he's come out and just said Michael Carrick's small changes at United, support for the academy, intense days at Carrington, matchday routine tweak, restoring faith in Mainoo. So, yeah, that's what we've just more or less seen, a few of that. So even that, the support for the academy, he's gone to a game. Amrin didn't go to one game. How long was he there for? 14 months. He never went to one game, bro. He went to one training session, but I don't think he went to one actual game, which is crazy when you actually look at it. Like, this guy's the manager of Man United, where we're all about youth, and the man didn't go to one game. Crazy. So Carrick's already doing the things right. You've gone to a game after your first game as well, which is mental. So big up the boy Carrick, man. Marcus Rashford, Man United have open talks to bring back Rashford after being impressed by his recent form. I don't know about this, bro. I don't know how true this is. I'm not really gonna spend too long on this. You get me? I think it's gas. This ain't the most reliable guy in the world. Stephen, what's his name? Steve K or something. I don't know him. I've never heard of him. Anfield Watch, talking about Man United. Author of the Anfield Watch, but you're speaking about Manchester United. And we're meant to believe it. I don't know about that. Yeah? I'm not going to spend no longer than any more I need to. This is Amrin had a handful of opportunities to watch an academy game at Old Trafford, but never did. The under-21s academy, 21s played in Altrincham Moss Lane, a 2-minute drive away from hell during his tenure. Erik ten Hag attended an academy match with Van der Gaag at Moss Lane in September 2022, taking advantage of the ground's close proximity to where he was living. Amrin once strolled over to watch an under-21s game at Carrington, but he was already at the training ground. So there was an under-21s game in the training ground. That's the only one he's watched, but he hasn't gone out of his way to watch any of them. The fact that Amrin did not properly show his face at the academy game did not go unnoticed. It was an easy win and one which he ignored. So yeah, they're bringing back Amrin. A lot of people don't even want to talk about Amrin anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So it is where it is. But I don't really like chatting about him anymore, because what's the point? But Carrick, this is where Carrick's getting his money's worth, because he's out here talking. Carrick's doing everything that he didn't straight away. And Man United is known to be about their academy. And Carrick, being a Man United boy, is basically saying these are the fundamentals. Everyone brings through their academies. So that's what's going on. This is Man United have dropped 8th place when it comes to the highest revenue generating in men's football. Obviously, we've dropped -4, so we've lost a little bit. But remember, we ain't been in Europe. So, of course, we're going to lose certain things. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, we haven't been in Europe and all these things. So, it is where it is. But match day's gone down. Broadcast, commercial, Is our commercial? Our commercial is still the biggest in our commercial, second to Liverpool only in England. Our commercial is second to Liverpool only. Broadcast, yeah, Liverpool and Man City have got better for us because they've got more games. When you got more games, you can broadcast it a bit more. All your channels as well. So yeah, man, it is where it is. But we'll be back up there, man. When you look at the total anyway, we're on 666. That's crazy that we're Red Devils and it's 666. What the fuck? But Arsenal on 690, Man City's on 696, and Liverpool's on 702. So we're not too far off. But boy, let's just get back in Europe, man. And then you know what's going to happen. It's going to go back to where it needs to be. We just need to get better again. You understand? When you're getting shit as well, people stop supporting you. All these little kids are growing up to be Man City fans. It's a bit crazy still. So yeah, man, we need to build up, man. But look, Spurs have only, what, 50 million less than us? Spurs. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that's that anyway. We've got this protest talks now. This is about to be one of the biggest protests that we've ever had. Do you know what I'm trying to say? This is about to be one of the biggest ones. The 1958 are expecting the biggest ever protest against Manchester United owners before the Fulham game on February the 1st. Organisers expect well over the estimated 5,000 to 6,000 who protested against Arsenal last May. Crazy. So, yeah, 5,000 to 6,000 over that. That's a madness. And the Fulham game's on February the 1st. So obviously it's not this week, the next week. So it's all Glazers and INEOS. Listen, you see the thing with me with protests? When I'm going to the game and it's on, I go anyway. I'll still go there and get my little TikToks and I'll be there supporting. But I just feel like, bro, these guys don't care. No matter what we do, how much times we protest, they don't care, bro. It's like they're never going to go. We've got to do something crazy for them to go. So this is when it's going to happen. Jammed in this week. So it's not this week, next one, and then we got Tottenham. And Tottenham just got a bomber from Ornstein that Bergvall was injured, even though he was injured in the final and Maddison. But yeah, so that's my situation with the protest, man. Obviously, it's going to be the biggest one. I hope it makes some noise. But I remember there was one protest that we stopped the Liverpool bus from coming. So we stopped the whole game because we delayed their bus. So they had to turn it around or something. See, when stuff like that happen, that's when it goes worldwide. American news. Al Jazeera. You know, like the Saudi and that news, like everywhere. It goes worldwide. That's when you make noise. When you do them protests. When you do something dramatic where every news has to talk about it now. Like, right, they stopped the bus, so the game got cancelled. That's when it's like the owners, it's like, ooh, because the Glazers, it's kind of American news now. So the owners for the whatever they own something over there as well. I think they own baseball teams or something. You get it? Like, so they will start seeing that. And that's when they start feeling a bit, oh shit, like, but when we're protesting here and there's 6,000 people outside the stadium just before it, the game, bro, that's not going to end up on America. They're not going to care about that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, hold on. Yeah, like, they're not going to care about that, bro. Like, where's that? That's not going to go in American news. The Glazers family primarily owns the NFL's Tampa Bay Buccaneers in America. This is what I'm saying. So they've got their own little teams over there. They probably watch them every week because obviously that's local to them. And that's what they're into over there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So if we protest over here and it doesn't go that mad, bro, they're not going to care like that, bro. They never care. This is what I'm trying to say to you lot. So obviously you got to protest, freedom of speech, do what you're doing. And I'm like I said, if I'm going to the game, I'll probably jump in. But they just don't care. We've been protesting for so long, even when we're winning. This is why I rate Man United. We win games and we're still protesting. Man won the FA Cup, won the Carabao Cup, still Glazers out. No one ain't stopped. No one didn't cool down for a minute. No, Glazers out still. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But they care about their own team. They're in America. Everything's cool over there. That's where they're more, do you know what I'm trying to say? They're controlling stake in Man United in England. But their main thing, the Glazer family primarily owns. So that's the main thing that they own is that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? They don't even care about nothing else. Our thing is just they've got a little stake in it. They've got their little, how much is it? 66% or whatever they got. So, yeah, man, it's a joke thing, man. So we need to get these guys out, man. We need to get them out. But like I said, bro, we've been protesting on them for so long and they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They don't care, bro. So we've got to make so much noise. I don't want the game to get cancelled like Liverpool did that time. Look at this. This is what? Look at that. What do the Glazers own in America? The Glazers family primarily. So that means their main thing is that Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's the main thing that they own. And then it obviously talks about Man United, a franchise they acquired in 1995, blah, blah, blah. They got a controlling stake, 68%, whatever it is, 69%. So they've just got a little stake in Man United, but they primarily own their main hustle, everyday thing is that NFL, Tampa Bay. And Man United is just like, we got that on the side. We're getting money from that as well. They don't care about us. They care about that. That's what I'm saying. So if we affect them, we affect them to a degree where it somehow affects that now. Say that comes on the American TV and then they're having a bad time and they start talking about it. Oh, yeah, they're shit. Then it would go a bit mad. That's when it affects them. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it is where it is, man. It is where it is. We need to get rid of them. But, bro, it's going to be the biggest one ever. They're saying it's going to be the biggest one ever. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Hopefully it does go crazy and everyone shows up and it goes crazy. But like I said, it needs to go crazy without us having to do something that just goes, that's just too mad. So we'll see, my peoples. So yeah, man, the biggest ever protest. So we'll see. Big up the 1958 as well, because from ages ago, every single time they've been saying, yeah, INEOS as well, INEOS. They were onto INEOS before we was. And then we saw the 50 million carrot earn and what, and they were like, you know what, you got to chill out. They done the new stadium, but they kind of clocked on from early. Yeah, these guys are frauds. So it is where it is. So that's that anyway. I'm going to get some of these comments in a minute. Keep them coming. Smash the likes, peoples. You know us. You know what we get into anyway. That's the Nmecha stuff. I'm going to run through that in a sec. If you ain't seen it, I'm going to summarize in a minute. This is some talks from the Mirror. And it's basically saying Man United transfer news. Real Madrid open doors for a deal as Red Devils near loan agreement. So I'll tell you exactly what that is, why they're talking about Real Madrid open doors. They're talking about Real Madrid open door for the Red Devils because yesterday we had a link. Let me go. Hopefully I can get straight to it. We had a link yesterday about Ruben Neves, yeah? Where is it? There's one that's specifically for Ruben Neves. And basically, he offered himself to Real Madrid. And they they looked at him, they think, yeah, he's okay, but they're not happy with it. There you go. Here it is here. Look at that. A move to Real Madrid certainly pleases Ruben Neves, but Florentino Perez is coming in his way. The Madrid president isn't keen on making new additions in mid-season window. So he's been offered over there. He wants to go there, of course. You wouldn't want to go Real Madrid. But they're saying, bro, we don't care about you like that. Forget about it. So this is what's happening. So that's why they've put that article today now saying Real Madrid have opened the door for Man United. Because look, this gives Man United an easy route to sign Neves in January. If we want to sign Neves, we can sign him easy. There's no other competition. It was only us and Real Madrid, more or less. And then basically opened the door and said, yeah, we don't care about him. So that's what's going on here. So that's why that article has came out today saying what it's saying. But I don't know if we signed Neves, man. It's up and down. And I feel that we could have signed him already if we wanted to. Why haven't we already? So that's the situation with that. Let's get into the rest of the news. The presence of Carrick at Lee Sports Village was not tokenism. It was a symbol of support and reassurance for the academy players, helping to show that there's a pathway to the first team. So they're saying it's genuine. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He didn't need to be there. And he's watching them. So imagine knowing, yo, my man's watching. It's good for you. But they didn't see Amrin once in 14 months. 14 months, they never saw Amrin once. So imagine sitting there playing games. You're not even going to care that much. But when you're seeing my man showing up after the first game, yo, we might have a chance. My man's only got 4 months here as well. Who knows what might happen? So we'll see, bro. And then, boom, the boy, Laurie Whitwell. This is my guy. You know what I'm trying to say? One thing about Laurie Whitwell, I like him because he just gets straight to the point and he only talks about Man United. A lot of these journalists, these Fabrizio's and all that, bro, they deal with so much different clubs. They got videos they got to put out every day, so they repeat themselves and say the same stuff 100 times. Laurie Whitwell just gets to the point. It's all about Man United and keeps it moving. Simple as that. Laurie Whitwell's come out and said, I don't get the sense that United will look aggressively to those kind of deals. What kind of deals you talking about, Laurie? Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Wilfred Ndidi. They aren't exactly names that will move the dial for United. I don't see the value unless United allow Ugarte to go. So unless Ugarte goes, why would we get these type of guys? You know what I'm trying to say? That's what he's saying. As we reported, Ajax made an inquiry for him to go on loan there. That's Ugarte. United said no, but I have doubts of them saying yes at any stage because they know what they can get from him, and maybe that's one they look at in the summer for a sell. He's definitely gone in the summer. Casemiro leaves on a free. Ugarte's probably going to get sold. They might get a little 30 million back. 25 will be lucky. And then we just go and get our midfielder, which I'm going to show you in a minute. You lot kind of know, you get it. But so this Ruben Loftus-Cheek thing, Fabrizio shut it down yesterday and literally put it in Ben Jacobs' face yesterday. He basically put it in his face. Let me show you right now. Look at this. Straight to it. Look at that. Ruben Loftus-Cheek's name has been floating about recent days as secret midfield option. The only person that said secret midfield option was Ben Jacobs. Ben Jacobs came out here, Terry Fleurs' channel, and said, yeah, there's a secret midfielder that Man United are looking at. Bro, he's saying, bro, there's been talks about secret midfield option for Man United. However, there's no contact between United and the player, and no approach has been made to AC Milan. So we saying, bro, stop, like nothing's been going on. And this is what Fabrizio, obviously Fabrizio does his videos every day. He stays active, he stays busy. So he just shut it down straight away and said it's a myth. Nothing ain't going on over there. There's nothing concrete between Man United and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So big up the boy Laurie Whitwell for coming out and basically saying the same thing. Look, saying, bro, we're not going to go for one of them players. these and these guys. Why are we going to do that? That doesn't make any sense. So that's the situation. Ugarte, we're looking at him, we're saying there's no point letting him go on loan now, where that leaves us kind of dry. Casemiro gets burnt out after 60 minutes. He gets a yellow card every game before he even gets to 60 minutes. We need Ugarte on the bench just to come and bring that energy. You know what I'm trying to say? So we're not going to let him go on loan now, but summer, we definitely want to let him go. He's not here for the long term. They're going to... Ugarte and Xerxes, I think INEOS look at them two as a miss. Like, we got a lot of hits. Cunha and Bumo, Lamens, Sesko, still jury's out. Delit, Yoro, jury's out, but he's got time, he's young, etc. Mazarari, but Xerxes and Ugarte, we got that one wrong. We're getting rid of them. Simple as that. I feel like they know that now. So yeah, that's that, man. And then we move on. Laurie Whitwell speaks about the big three. Yeah, you know the big three. We talk about them nearly every day, but it's come out today. We got to speak about it again. The names are already out there. Elliot Anderson being the one with the most weight behind it. He's still, for all of Nottingham Forest's struggles, performing at a good level. You can see the type of player that he is, type of energy that he brings, the passing range that he's got. Keep an eye on that one. Adam Wharton and Carlos Baliba, certainly Baliba. They had talks last summer. We agreed personal terms, remember, if you don't know. Can they revisit that in the summer? We will look at his season and think we can take... Wait, hold on. Will they look at his season and say, and think we can take that for what it is with him being unsettled? Okay, basically he's poor form. They're basically going to say, no, we're looking at his poor form. Is he just moving like that because we've unsettled him about him coming to Man United? That's what he's basically saying. They could go back to Brighton and maybe get a better deal. But Brighton are smart sellers. So Brighton are sitting down and saying, we don't want to sell him until 2027. That's what Brighton are doing. That's why they're saying that so that they can get the best deal out of him. So that's what he's letting us know. Look out for him. Fabrizio, when Fabrizio comes through, he says the same thing all the time. He just says, bro, Baliba's the one that they want. Baliba's the one that they want. Baliba's the one that they want. I don't think Fabrizio's even gone out there and mentioned Anderson like that. He's always just talking about Baliba. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, but all the other reliable ones, even Ornstein's come out and said, yeah, they want Anderson. Anderson's top choice, but Manchester City are in that race as well. And there was an article, I'm going to try and find it, that had all of Man City's targets on it. It had Semenyo, Guy, and Anderson, and they've already got 2 out of 3. Crazy. And I see that they're looking at a right back as well. So that's the situation, man. Anderson, he's playing for a struggling team who was close to the relegation zone, and he's still smashing it. He's still smashing it. Let's go. Where is Anderson? Let's see what Anderson's keeping up with. Even Belieber come back from AFCON and he had a good game the other day. I watched him the other day and he had a good game. I'll be real. Look at that. He's in the greens. Obviously, we're not going to look at him for goals and assists or something. But look, he has good games, man. He's in the greens. Look at that. This is 3 pages I've gone down. 4. 4 pages. This is the whole season. From this season started, he's in the greens and the blues. The greens means good. The blue means sensational. Excellent. So he's been doing these things. He's been having good games. He's been rated highly. Every single game he's more or less playing. Even though they might lose a lot of them or whatever, he's still getting a lot of good ratings. Hold on. Let me try and find this thing now where it said what it said about these guys. But yeah, that's Anderson, man. Big up Anderson. Big up Anderson. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. Look at this now. This is on the 27th. Sorry, this is on the 27th of December. And this is their 4 targets. Remember, none of them have been signed since before that, you know. Semenyo got signed on like the 6th of December or something like that. Yeah, remember, he played, or like the 9th or something. I think he played 2 games. Played against Tottenham as well, remember. That was their targets. And you got Semenyo, Elliot Anderson, Livramento, and Guy. They've already got 2. This is scary, bro. This is why I'm looking at City, and it's like, bro, a lot of people will pick them. Look at that. January the 16th. Look, we've already got our targets. All we need now is Livramento and Anderson. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. So that was part of their targets. Yeah, this is the one I saved. Look at that. I've already bookmarked it. And I saved this one. This is from December the 29th. Manchester City's plans include a new winger, centre-back, and a central midfielder. That's the rumour. They didn't even have Livramento in this, and they've already got 2 out of 3. That's crazy. So anytime we're in something with Man City, bro, it's scary, bro, because a lot of players are picking them over us, and they're still going for the title. They're still in the title race. Yeah, they look a bit shit and shaky in the last 2 games. We moved to them, Bodo, Glimp, but bro, they can attract players, bro. And this is the situation. That's the only spooky thing when it comes to Elliot Anderson. Would he pick us over them? They've got a lot of players in that position. They got Rodri, they got Nico Gonzalez, and all these other guys. But bro, they're saying they're not even rating Reinders no more. A lot of them are saying Reinders is a second striker. Why is he playing CM? He's a second striker. We need a box to box. We need a guy that is good with the ball. Blah blah blah. So Elliot Anderson is the guy that they're looking at, and Ornstein has come out and said that Elliot Anderson is someone that they're looking at. Ornstein. So, boy, it's going to be a big one, man. It's going to be a big one. So, we'll see. So, it's a scary time because Man City have got more or less everyone that they want. So, it's definitely a scary time. What's that that's come out? Yeah, look. So, there's more news to talk about anyway. I'm going to pause it here. Go to, where's that? I'm going to leave it on this. Pause it here. Go to some of the comments and then we'll get into the rest of the news, my people. Smash the likes in the meantime, man. Subscribe if you're new. Come on, you know the thing. He's been balling out this season, but injury prone. Nmecha. Yeah, I don't know about him, man. I don't really watch him. I don't really know too much about Nmecha, but if he's been balling out, then I don't know. But Jason Wilcox, I think he needs to stop all of that. Big up Mech. Big up yourself, Mike, man. Appreciate you, bro. A cool BS on the Palmer thing. Unless the big dogs come out and say something, I'm not believing it. Wanting to come back to Manchester and coming to Man United too, if it thinks it's true. Remember, we've got to put the money in anyway. We've got to put the bid in. We've got to show that we actually even want him. Good morning, Mech. If Barcelona cannot pay us 30 million agreed upon Rashford, we either sell him elsewhere or bring him back. No sell pay. I'm with you. Bring him back, bro. Let him sit. But we ain't got no problem with Carrick. You know what I mean? Barcelona will have to pay up or take Rashford back. Yeah, I'm with you. 100%. 30 million is a bump. We're already scamming ourselves by saying 30 million. But they're sitting there and saying 24. 15, 17 million. Come on, man. That's crazy. Large up, Mitch. The ladies, man. Hit up the likes and subscribe. Big up yourself, man. United, man. Them. Appreciate you, bro. Metcha will be Neves or Edison. There are numerous rumors saying we're going to sign them. I hope it's Edison. I hope it's Edison. Edison is a baller, and he can do a bit of both. You understand? Neves can as well, but Edison's got more pace. He's more running power. He's athletic. He scores goals. Bro, he's cold. I'll be honest. If Carrick exceeds expectation, I'll give him the job because he's a very good coach despite all else. 100%. I reckon he gets the job. I reckon if he carries on doing what he needs to do and he does everything to a T, he gets the job anyway. That's what I reckon happens. If Carrick can get us back in Champions League, we must keep him and support him as long as he's willing to adapt and listen. See, my thing. Let me tell you my thing with Carrick, yeah? Let me get a few of these and I'll tell you my thing with Carrick, Salia. If Palmer wants to come to us for 50 million, we can pay him back, kind. Give them Garnacho and take them. If they're vexed, they're saying, how has Man United robbed us for Garnacho? They're angry. There's some conversations people brought up when we bought Ole, let's get Carrick the job, head out. United fans easily turn on the manager, so to prevent the Ole's, let him go. I'll tell you what I'm going to think about Carrick in a second. Clueless dude talking rubbish. I'll be honest, I know it's probably PR against Amrin, who knows, but it seems like he was out of his depth as a coach. Rashford is not coming back. Vivell, Berardo do not want him back now, but they don't want him back, but they probably don't want him back, you're right, but he could come back and they can say that they want him back. That's the difference. If he came back when Amrin was here, everyone would know that we don't want him back. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's the difference. If he comes back now, we can say, yeah, they could just say, yeah, it was Amrin that didn't want you. We're fine with you staying. Do you see the difference? Ruben coach team was a little too young. There was not much experience there. He didn't attend the academy matches, couldn't adapt. Yeah, it's true. He done himself, man. He done himself. But I don't even like talking about Amrin anymore because he's gone. He's just in Portugal chilling. He's got his little payoff. He's balling. This video of Ruben instructing and training, so whatever, said that's not really telling the truth. Instructing and training. I feel like City's slowly crumbling. Need a new manager because you can see slow. Yeah, the pep thing ain't working no more. Everyone's new thing is just counter-attack them, and it just works. And that high line they're playing now is not working for them. It works to an extent because we got 3 offside goals, but it's not working where people are still getting through. Y'all don't forget about the defeat. 10 men. Ah, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. Defeat men team. Protesting at Glazers home would get them noticed. Not protesting. We won't. We stop the game. We lose 3-0. We need to get the... No. We didn't lose 3-0 last time. We stopped the whole game with Liverpool. We stopped the whole bus. We didn't lose 3-0. They just postponed it. They didn't even get to the stadium. We need to get the Glazers out, man. They fucked up this club with negligence. I hope it works out. The protest being used to so far. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say to you. That's the same thing I said to you. Look, we've been protesting for so long, and you can see what the Glazers even care about. What they care about is this, bro. That's all they care about. That's their primary thing is Tampa's Bay. If we can get the protest on the news where it goes worldwide, that's where it's going to affect them. When it hits America and they say, yo, they're protesting against the Glazers, the Tampa Bay owners. But if we do our little protest that we do here, it's calm, it's outside the stadium before the game, it's not going to get on the news in America. It's just going to be normal. So that's what I'm trying to say. They only care about, that's their primarily thing, is the NFL. They probably go there every single game. Do you know what I'm saying? NFL, that's their thing. Only way to get them out is not attend matches and keep the stands empty. Yeah, but Man United is too big where not everyone will still turn up. If we was a team like Burnley or something, small stadium, and everyone sat down and said, we're not going to go, and they started losing money because they need the money for people to buy the food, the tickets, that's when it will go crazy. But United is so big. How can you tell someone that has planned this for 6 months with their family to go, someone from China that's planned with their family to go to Manchester and England and London and visit on holiday and then go to Man United game, and he's never ever been to the stadium? See how crazy it is? It's mad, isn't it? Imagine that. Someone that's going to England for the first time and he's booked his ticket for Man United with his family. You can't tell him, bruv, don't go in the game because we're protesting. He's going to be like, bro, I've never been to the stadium in my life. It's my first time here. I don't care about all of that. You know what I'm saying? And you can't blame him. These guys know nothing about soccer, bro. Their late father, Malcolm, was one who had interest in soccer. Yeah, it's true. We know this anyway. We know this. Do you dream of the 51% fan ownership, something that will never happen? Yeah, they do that in Germany, innit? I see that. There's a week left the window. There'll be no concrete move for that. Any sign in this window are a myth. Dallo and Shaw need to be on the list as well for sales. The only player I'm keeping it. Bro, I think Shaw... No. I think Dallo, Ugarte, Xerxes, Casemiro goes for free. Rashford will probably go. Sancho's obviously gone more or less. Malacia leaves for free. Maguire might be on his way out. So that's 5 players that might be on the way out. And I think we sell Casemiro, Casemiro, Maguire, Malacia, and Sancho are all leaving on a free. All their contracts end at the end of the season. And then selling-wise, I think Dallow's missing, Ugarte's missing, and Xerxes. Them 3, 100%. I'm not sure on anyone else. I'm not sure, but them 3, 100% are gone. They got to be. Why do some people not lift the turn? This guy's mad, man. I'm sure Cass and Maguire leave. Yeah, I've got some news about from Laurie Whitwell. I'm going to show you like that in a second. Believe was one that we wanted, but United could have called on him. Yeah, we could have still. City buys, and buys. Bro, that's what they do for Pep, bro. There's no talking about coaching, just buy it. But some people say that he's earned it. I want Livermore and Hall too, but they'll be about. Lewis Hall is a baller. He's a baller. I never used to rate him. I just think, who is this guy? He's cold. I heard Palmer 65 million release code. I don't know how true that is. New rules, if you stop the game, you'll automatically lose 3-0. Find me the source. Go get me the source and then let me know where that says that. If Cass plays 14 games, he's but he ain't gonna start. I think he's got to start this 14 games or something. Let's get back into the news anyway, man, peoples, man. Let's not go off topic. You get me? So that's what Laurie Whitwell's come out and said. He spoke about the Elliot Andersons and and then he's ended up saying a bit more. As you can see here, he speaks about if Man United could sign a second, more experienced striker in the summer. I suppose with Mbeumo starting up top against City, Cunha has played there as well. Sesko wants to start every game. You have alternative options. I think it will be something they look at, but I don't know how much at this stage. I don't know if they'll pull the trigger on it. Bro, we had all this talks about Harry Kane that Ben Jacobs came out with. He said Harry Kane's got a 50 million release clause or something like that, 57 million. Watch Man United in that space, rare. But I don't know if Ben Jacobs was just making a story out of nothing and just gassing, or it's actually, you get it. So I don't know, man. But to be honest, Sesko and Cunha could work as number 9s. But would you not want everyone in their right positions? But if we're playing this same thing, Cunha can play as a 10 instead of Bruno, and he can play up front. And he can probably play on the left as well. So it's a lot of versatile players. But for now, I don't think we need a striker. Someone came in here yesterday talking about Mateta news. Bro, why would we go for Mateta right now? We're playing Mbeumo up front. We've got Cunha that can play up there. Sesko can play there. And we've got Xerxes. We definitely don't need a striker right this second. So that's that. Then we talk about the contract guys that I just spoke about. And obviously it says, and Harry Maguire, if he could get a new deal, Maguire would like to stay. He can speak to foreign clubs now. United have already triggered these +1 last summer. So it would need renegotiating on lower terms. I can see that one maybe happening. He's got a special skill set within the squad with set pieces being a big thing. And he's hugely important in both boxes in that regard. I would imagine they would come around the table on that one. I think they will wait until the end of the season. So Maguire could go, he might not go. But remember, we've got a Maguire replacement lined up anyway, even if Maguire does not go. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah. So we've sold who we want anyway, which came out on the 15th of January, literally last week. The number tier 1 for Nottingham Forest, tier 1 for the Midlands. Yeah, Tom Cullerson, Midlands football. He's tier 1 over there. That's one of their main guys, and he's told us Man United are considering a move for Nottingham Forest centre-back Murillo. He is prominent on United's radar as they prepare for the departure of Harry Maguire. What I reckon happens with Maguire is, obviously, we're trying to spend our money. When we look at it now, look, we've got money from the Garnacho stuff. 40 million, we can spend up to 120, whatnot. We've got money from Anthony. We've got money from, we're probably going to get Rashford money. We've got money from Højlund. We've got money to spend at the moment. And obviously, you can tell that's probably going to go towards a midfielder. And then all the wages that we've saved in money. Remember that. Rashford's were basically on 300k. Sancho was close to that as well. Them two being gone, we've saved all of them wages. Then you got to remember all the guys that might be leaving. Casemiro leaves. That's 300k gone off the wage book already. And everyone that you're going to get is probably going to be on 150 and they'll be happy because they're coming from little clubs. Casemiro leaves. Who else is there? The Sanchos and all these guys, their wage, whatever. But Ugarte gets sold. Let's just say we get 25 million for him. I'm being nice. We might not even get that. Dallo probably gets sold. 20 million. Could we get that? Who knows? Xerxes, Roma are bang on for him. Juventus still want him. Maybe we might be able to get a little 20 million for Xerxes, 25. Bro, we're going to have money there that we can probably still get our midfielders, do you understand? And get a centre-back. But one thing they're probably going to look at is if we can spend properly, like basically cool. If we can get our 2 midfielders, get a fullback, who knows where they want? Left winger, that's a spot that they keep talking about. Get a fullback, get a left winger. So left winger, 2 fullback, get left winger, fullback, and 2 midfielders. We will keep Harry Maguire. So it doesn't give us that headache this summer. And then maybe next summer, after that, Maguire, 100% see you later. That's when we go for Murillo and that, because we're more or less got shored up everywhere. So we go for Murillo and maybe a second striker to Sesko, etc. You know what I'm saying? But goalkeeper-wise, it seems like we're going Lamens, and we might keep that Vitek. We might bring him back from Bristol City, and then he just goes band for band with Lamens. But centre-back-wise, Murillo seems like the guy. He's 23 years old. You know that Forest owner's a bump. He's probably going to want about 60 million minimum. With Anderson as well, would they sell both of them in the same window? Obviously, if you go and probably overpay, you get me? But yeah, so we're considering him only if Maguire goes. I reckon we keep Maguire for 1 more year, just so that he can give us that, you know what, we don't have to worry about this position for this year. We get the left winger, we get the fullback to replace Dallo or whatever, and then we get our midfielders. That's what I reckon happens, literally. But if we turn around and let Maguire go, that means we've definitely got our centre-back lined up. We're saying, yeah, we're cool. We don't need Maguire. We've got someone that's going to replace him. But Murillo will be band for band with Maguire and probably better. You know what I'm saying? He's 23, he's fast. You know what I'm saying? He can run with the ball as well. He does little 1s and 2s. His trickery, his aerial threat is mad as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's always got them parachute trousers though. They're mad baggy, but yeah, he's on this thing, man. We got the boy Murillo, so I'll be cool with him coming all day. Look at him, 23. His contract ends in 2029. So my man's gonna want top dollar, and they got him for £10 million. £10 million they got him for that from Brazilian. Oh, it's crazy. He's not really in the greens, but bro, he does his thing more time, man. He does his thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, big up the way Murillo. So that seems like that's the Harry Maguire situation right there. Anyway, if Harry Maguire does not get a contract, we're probably going to go for Murillo. That's what it basically means. We've got someone there lined up to go for him, but we might keep him for 1 more year, and he helps out a lot when it comes to aerial threats. And you got to remember as well, if Casemiro goes, which it looks like he's going to go, he's on too much money, bro, we still need that aerial threat somewhere. You know what I'm trying to say? Because right now, when you look at it, it's only De Ligt that might score from a corner, Harry Maguire or Casemiro. If them 3 are not playing, like that Villa game, all 3 of them weren't on the pitch, I was like, yeah, we're not scoring from this, bro. Casemiro was, De Ligt was injured. Casemiro was on a 1-match ban. And I don't know, I think Maguire might be injured. Yeah, we're not scoring from nothing. Set pieces, we didn't even look. And then Bruno came off and then Mount was taking them. It's like, it's never going to happen today. So, and on top of that as well, you've got to look at the leadership thing. You look at Man City when they're winning and all of that, De Bruyne and that, they'll wait for these other guys to come, get the mentality installed in them, let them win, then they can let them go. You can't just say, you know what, let Bruno, Maguire and Casemiro all leave in one window and then we're stuck like Chelsea with bare kids and it's just no leadership. We're going down, 1-0 down, and we can't even bring back games. So yeah, man, that's a situation with that anyway. Laurie Whitwell, big him up. That's what he said about it. What else has come out? I'm going to show you now what's just come out recently, and then I'll skim through what's obviously been said that we spoke about already. This has been said about Casemiro and Manu. This is if Man United are still looking to sign 2 midfielders in the summer. It does slightly alter things if Manu stays, but his contract situation will need to be addressed in the summer. That does then alter the expectation on if United need to get 2 midfielders in. That was the anticipation with the picture as it was. They might still, because we think Casemiro will depart, he's definitely not going to stay on the wages that he's on, 300k. I would imagine that one, Casemiro parting in the summer, you'll need to replace him. Casemiro's gone, we get a believer. Let's just say that. Ugarte goes. But I reckon we need someone anyway. That's my thing. We need another midfielder anyway because we're short anyway. Right this second, we've only got Casemiro, Menu that can play in that too, and Ugarte. And if them three are not there, you're literally, what, you're trying to recall Toby Collier from loan or you're trying to get Jack Fletcher on. So you need another midfielder anyway. But I reckon they'll try and get rid of Ugarte and replace him anyway. But Casemiro's gone, man. They're not giving him 300k a week. That's not happening. There's no way. So that's the situation. And Manu will definitely stay now. He wasn't feeling, you get me? Like, they wasn't giving him that feel-good feeling like, yo, you're here. We want you to be here. He was talking about going on loan. Manu's never said once that he wants to leave Man United for good. It was always loan deals. So it is where it is, man. We'll see what happens, bro. But cool. Let me just skim through what's happened then, so those can see what's happening. We're gonna wear our third kit, of course. Anderson, obviously Anderson's still there. He's one of the main ones. That's our main target. But we still got the Whartons and we got the Believers there. But as you can see from this, Anderson, he's on that list for the City players. They put this out here on the 29th before they signed any of them, and they've already got 2 of them out of 3. So, boy, don't have your hopes up with this Anderson situation. Just know that. We'll see. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, it's a myth. It's not happening. Lobby Whitwell thinks it's a myth. Fabrizio said it's a myth. And Didi, we're not looking at them sort of players. It would only happen if we let Ugarte go, and we already said no to Ugarte going out on loan. So we're not going to make it happen. Forget about it. Carrick, they're rating him because he's over there. He's going to watch academy matches. Ruben never done it once in 14 months. Nmecha, there's these talks about Nmecha. Obviously, Jason Wilcox knew him from when he was at the Man City Academy. This was in March 21st. So this is in March, was already getting linked with this geezer. That Jason Wilcox wanted him because he knows him from the academy. And then yesterday, Tottenham, they put this out on their aggregate page that Bowed, which is a German source, said that Man United are looking at him with Tottenham. They want him selling for £52 million, the minimum. And then today, Sky Germany has come out and said that Man United, Nmecha, strong performances that we're praying him, basically, us and Chelsea. I don't know how true that is, but it's coming out from 2 different sources in Germany within a day apart. So there might be something there. And this guy worked with Jason Wilcox at City's ex-academy. So he done the same thing with Delap. He wanted Liam Delap in because he was with him at City. It seems like he's trying to do the same thing here. And Delap, they are dissing him when it comes to everything in that academy there. They really hate him, the Chelsea fans. We're going to have one of our biggest ever protests against the owners on the Fulham game on February the 1st, which is not this week, it's the week after. So the last one was over 5,000 to 6,000 people that took place. Now it's going to be even more, which is crazy. So obviously they're going to be ready for that. But like I keep saying, unless I see this hit the American news, I don't think they're going to care like that, bro. We've done it 100 times. We always protest. They don't even care, bro. Unless it hits that American news and it can somehow impact them in Tampa Bay, because that's what they really care about, I can't see how they care. You know what I'm saying? If we empty out the stands or something, maybe then, but I just can't see it happening, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. Let's keep our foot on their neck. You know what I'm saying? But this is what they really care about. This is what they primarily own. This is close to their yard, etc. For those that don't know, that think they might care for Man United, they don't. But we'll see anyway. As you can see, it's going to be a big protest. They better be ready for it. That's just some stuff about money. The revenue's not adding up anymore for us. We've been shit for a minute. We're not in Europe, on and off. It's obviously going to affect us, and we've dropped to 8th, and we were bigger than that. That's just some talks about Amrin. There's no point even talking about him anymore. United have apparently opened talks to bring back Rashford. This guy is from Anfield Watch. So a Liverpool channel talking about United have opened talks to bring back Rashford. Yeah. Carrick, they're rating him in the academy, etc. This is some stuff about Edison. We'll get into it properly in a sec. Obviously, it's Matteo Moretto, and he's solidified. Carrick's made the point. He spoke to all the players that felt like their future was in the balance as soon as he got there. Dorgu, Mainu, and Xerxes. Just gave them the belief and let them know, yo, just focus on your game with United, etc. And Carrick could have went to the meeting, the interview with Sir Jim in Monaco, and he said, nah, bro, I want to stay on the training ground and get some drills going. Yeah, I don't care about all of that. So they're rating him. And Sir Jim was impressed with his calm and intelligent, demeanor, blah, blah, blah. Rashford, they think he's the best signing of La Liga this season. His stats, blah, blah, blah. And this is some stuff about Edison. We've been linked with him for ages. He was the main contender at one stage. 26 million, 28th of August, not even a month and a half ago. Yeah, it was likely he was going to go for Fabrizio, everyone. Matteo Moretto, he works with Fabrizio, and now he's saying that Atletico Madrid want to replace Gallagher with him. So imagine that. They sold Gallagher for 40 million. You go and get someone like Edison for 26, which is about 35 million euros. Like, that's a deal. So it's crazy, man. It's kind of a blow for us because I thought maybe we could go out there and get him. And Toby Collier, obviously, we all know whole cities where he's gone. They're kind of fighting for the title over there, the championship. And they're in the playoff position. So good on the boy, Toby Collier, because he was at West Brom. He got injured. Maybe that injury done him good, if anything, because whole City are kind of like relegationed off. So we've said, yeah, come back. He's came back. And then now we look at West Brom. They're near the bottom 6. And now whole City's 4th. Where they could even get into second and get automatic. So if he comes through with them and he might be one of their big instrumental players, bruv, we might get some money for him. They might pay up the money to keep him. So that's a bonus, man. Let me get a few of these comments and then boom, boom, boom. You want everyone, Thames Gen, bruv. You want every single midfielder out there. I see that one of the fans in the States need to put pressure on them, for real. But then again, they have other protests also going on there as well. So that's that. Is it? What, people are protesting on them about the Tampa Bay stuff? This is what I'm saying. I don't know about the Tampa Bay stuff. I don't know. That's what my thing is. It needs to hit the news where it affects that. But if they're protesting about that, then that's crazy. But 100%, we've got a lot of content creators and all of this stuff in the States. They need to make that known what's going on over it and push it as far as they can. It's true. Vitek is a bad man in the championship, moving like Spider-Man in the next. I see him. I think they're going to bring him back and have him second to command to Lamens. I think that's what they do. So, Mets, do you think we can do the double with Forest for this? Bro, I reckon we could, but that's if we turn around and we say, I don't think we would, though. I reckon we could if we're comfortable that we're going to get all our positions. But for them to go and get a left winger, and we don't spend small, bro. Everyone would go for now, it's like 50, 60 million minimum. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not them people. Like, look at Doku. How much is City getting for? Like 47 million or something. Like Reinders went for like 20, 30 million. Turkey. We don't do them smart signings there. So if we get a left winger, we get 2 midfielders, a fullback to replace Dalot, where's the money going to be to replace Maguire? Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? And it's like, you've got to get it right as well. So that's why I feel like they might just get like 4 signings and they say, we'll go for that one after. Keep him for 1 more year. He's a good leader as well. He's part of the leadership team. Why not? That's what I think it is. Mech, let the Glazers use their dividends and Sir Jim uses credit for all I care. Just get us quality midfielders. Yeah, it's crazy, my peoples, man. It's crazy. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up there anyway, man. That's all the Man United news. I should be back on about 4. If I'm not, I'll be here with my 10-minute video about 9, 10 o'clock. With all the Man United news. So make sure you got your bell on, etc. What's this that's just come out? Some of the guys training, preparation for Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. So they're in there, they're ready, man. So big up the guys, man. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. Subscribe if you're new. We're here every day. Love my peoples.
Got some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.